When Arlene Coates decorates her home for the holidays, there's one thing she never forgets.
This is one of the Christmas bulbs my son made, and I've carried it all these years. It's been on all the Christmas trees that I've ever had.
But her son David won't be with her this year. After battling drug addiction for 20 years, he died from a heroin overdose in October, just weeks before he had returned to his parents after a 30-day rehab program, clean and sober for the first time in a long time, making his death that much harder to bear.
I read one of his texts after he died, and it said, "I'm so excited because I'll be able, for the first time in years, buy myself a new pair of shoes and some clothes that are new." But he never got to do that because it was only a couple weeks later that I got the call and he was gone. It's the hardest thing in the world I think a mother can go through.
And now she has to get through the holidays without him. A joyous season for most, a sorrowful one for her and others going through loss.
Such a wonderful feeling in the air, lights everywhere, music, people supposed to be in very good moods. It can be stressful.
I try to think of the good times, like when he was little. Of course, this is our first Christmas without my son, so, you know, I'm just not there yet. I don't know how I'll be.
Kathy Campbell, who works with bereavement services at Hospice of Washington County, says it's important to communicate with family and friends because everyone grieves in different ways.
We feel like we have to put on a mask, like other people need us to be okay. And I think it's important for people to realize we want you to acknowledge your pain.
Just inside the front door at Hospice is a place where anyone can come to recognize that grief in a positive way. On this tree of remembrance, people grieving a loved one can come in, fill out a personalized ornament in honor of them, hang it on the tree, and take home this butterfly, which says it's proof they can go through a great deal of darkness, yet become something beautiful. In Arlene's own home, she has a similar tree. Hanging behind it are pictures of David and her husband's brother, who also died after an overdose. On the other side are her two stepchildren, one in recovery from drugs, the other not there just yet.
We pray for them and we remember them.
Reporting for WHAG News, I'm Nick Munson.